A female's identity starts with her family. A lot of you might not like what I'm about to say in this video, but the reality of the story is that a woman's behavior and some of the choices and her behavior in relationships, particularly in marriages, stems from how she was raised, what she was taught, what lessons were given to her. The first thing on the list is that we need to look at the home training of the girl. Whether or not that she is domesticated. And I know the word domesticated might seem badly to a whole lot of you, but half of the time, a lot of you ladies expect so much from men, but you are unable to take care of your own spaces. A lot of men can concur from this thing. You find a girl, she looks good on paper. She's educated. She ticks some of the boxes, but when you look at this girl and you start living with her and you see the type of woman she is, most men usually divorce or leave these types of girls because of a lack of domestication. You find this girl when she's going to work, when she's going to outings on social media, she makes sense. She has the best weave, makeup on, and everything else. But go to her home. You will see a mess. They are usually slobs, a lot of these undomesticated girls. They can't clean after themselves. They can't do anything. And I'll give you an example about me personally. Met this girl. Girl is nice. Girl is an engineer, very articulate girl. One time I give her a phone call. I call her. She's like, "Yeah, I've been tired. I've been doing laundry." And I genuinely asked, "How much laundry were you doing if you're saying you're this tired?" This girl, this girl said to me, "No, I've been doing laundry that's been sitting around for 3 months." Mind you, she has a child. So it's her laundry and her kids' laundry. So it tells you about her family background and her behavior and how she's been raised. And as a man, you must know that when you walk into this woman's life, this is what you're going to deal with. Your clothes are going to be lying all over the place for 3 months and all these things. And it's worse if you're a man, you are always taking care of your space, you're doing your laundry weekly and all these things. And now you have to be paired with a girl that can sit around with laundry for 3 months. It's not practical, guys. It is not practical. So the lack of domestication, it is problematic because usually those types of women are chaotic. They're chaotic. It's either there's always a drinking problem, because whilst I was speaking to her and I engaged her, I realized that this girl drinks a lot and she has behavioral problems. And when she is angry at someone, because one time the younger sister called her and she was literally swearing at her badly, and I realized, nah, this is not for me. Whether she's an engineer, it's not for me. I would pick a well-mannered, well-behaved girl that knows how to take care of her space, even if she does not have a degree in her life. I would pick that girl anytime. So domestication plays a role with that. The environment that you're going to create as a man for a woman, will she be able to take care of that environment? If not, let's leave it at that. And there's a whole list of things that we look about when we look at girls about home training. That the family that she's from, is it a family that is very nurturing, that is very loving, and they are able to articulate their problems well? Because other girls, they are from chaotic families. The home training has not been done well. She does not have conflict resolution skills. Where she's from, there's always a noise, there's always drama from her side of the family. So it is really key and important to realize those factors about how women are home trained. What is the behavior? And the thing is, a lot of men do see these things, but we don't really pay attention. Sometimes and the nice part about the girls of this generation, they expose us to their families. So sometimes you just need to sit down and relax and wait and see what's going to happen. They will reveal themselves sooner or later in that family, and you'll see their real behavior and what type of people they are. So you need to understand her and the behavior of the family, and then you'll be informed. And you look at the home development, that when you are at her space and at her home, are they the people that are taking care of their place? They're taking care of their home. Are they clean people holistically? Home training does play a key role in you understanding a woman's identity, and you can pick it up with the most subtle things. With the most subtle things. And number two, socialization. Men need to pay attention to how that family or how your woman socializes. And this particularly speaks to her demeanor and her behavior. That in her family, did they teach her how to behave in public? Did they teach you how to behave around elders? Did they teach her to behave around people that are above her or beneath her? Or is she from a family that overlooks people if they don't have particular types of resources? Or if someone is not educated, they look down on that person. You need to understand how your woman socializes, especially when no one is looking. Because some of them, they know how to pretend. You need to understand what type of person when nobody's looking, especially when you are not even looking. What type of woman are you dealing with? Because some of them are snakes. Some of them are hiding in churches. You think you go to church to find a good girl, and then you end up with a mess. Because they have assumed the pretense of playing a role that is not their own. But sooner or later, you see them. So you need to pay attention to how she socializes, how she treats everyone around her, her friends, her family, particularly you. You need to pick up on those things. And it is also important for you to understand what are the norms of that family, what are the values of that family, what are the principles of her father if she is there, or the principles of the mother, the character of the mother, the character of the sisters, because those people influence how she socializes. What she learns from home is the behavior she brings into your life. So socialization is key to understand how she was brought up. How is she supposed to behave around people, around you, and all these types of things. The third part is that depending on the morals and values of the family, how they behave will ultimately determine what type of person she becomes. If she is from a rowdy family, the likelihood she's a rowdy person. There are exceptions to the rule that she might be different from my family, but I promise you this. A girl from a disorientated family with shady morals, with shady behavior, is going to bring a lot of problems into your life. So it is important and imperative for men to realize that if that family lacks morals, lacks values, that woman is not going to bring anything of substance into your life. You're going to experience a lot of drama and chaos in your life. Another part that is key: friendships. If her family does not observe the type of friends she has throughout her life, and they try their best to make her have good friends, just know that those friends are going to mess up your relationship. Her family is important to, like, her family is really key to making her have good decision making skills, particularly about the company she keeps, the man she chooses. Because if her family does not take the initiative to teach her how to see good behavior and bad behavior, she's going to have bad friends, and then she's going to have bad behavior, and then she's going to cheat on you. Then it's going to be a whole list of things. You see, it's a cycle. It's a cycle that perpetuates itself and creates problems for you. Because you need to ask yourself, if she says, no, this is my childhood friend, and her family haven't observed the behavior of the childhood friend, and this childhood friend is still in her life. The family is a problem also. The family is definitely a problem. It's definitely a problem. It usually means they don't see nothing wrong with the friend's behavior and how the friend makes their child behave. So it's key for you guys to look at that. Lastly is information and education. What the type of information and education that is within the family. And education is broad. Do not mistake me. There's a lot of families that are well educated, but they lack the social structure or the social morality that is correct. They are usually materialistic, all these weird things. So it is important to look at the information that is within the family, that the family is informed religiously and they are well educated religiously. They know the word of God. They are informed about spirituality. They are informed about those list of things. And they understand socio-economic issues. They understand how to use money, when to invest and when not to invest, because you will get married to a girl that's from a family she's just been taught how to spend. She doesn't know how to save. She doesn't know how to build. She doesn't know how to use money correctly. So she's going to misuse your legacy. She's going to misuse your legacy. So it's important for men to choose women that are from families that are well informed and well educated holistically in all issues, and it is applied in their families, because there are people who have information but do not apply it into their lives. No. Because people say they are religious, they're going to church and all these things, but they're not real Christians, or they're not good people. Let's forget the issue of Christianity, because you might meet a Muslim girl, you might meet whoever. Are those people good people from a faith perspective? Do they practice what they preach? Or they hide behind scriptures and the Bible and they're very conniving and evil people? No. And you need to look at whether or not in that family they have instilled self-development tools for her, that she is able to carry herself correctly in society, meaning that she's able to stand on her own. She's able to do things and become proficient, because she's going to complement everything that you give her. So if she hasn't self-developed herself, whatever that you're going to give her, she's going to destroy. So if she's not being taught to become proficient and proactive and use things resourcefully and become a resourceful woman in your life, she's going to destroy you. She's going to destroy you. So I hope this video has entailed how family impacts the identity of a woman. Her first personality or norms of or reality or understanding of life comes from her family. And if her family is not right, you're going to have issues.